on YouTube. Here we are. It's Friday night. Welcome to the weekend. I know I called this the Mañana no Mas morning check-in. I'm thinking I might have to change the stinking name because my mornings have become just chock full of activity. And so let me talk about a couple of things. And I'm going to be ramped up and crazy today because I'm having a ramped up and crazy kind of day, I suppose. So first things first. This morning was the first of many, many, many to come Friday mornings that I will share with my son Hayden. We actually call it the father-son mentor hour. It's more than an hour, but that's what I called it, right? The father-son mentor hour. And here's my deal: when I was a young man, I didn't have a mentor. My dad was an absentee dad. Weekends that he was supposed to be around rarely actually really occurred. So I wanted to make sure that I did some kind of a concerted, focused, purposeful effort. I want my son to know that I love him, that I respect him, that I'm very proud of him. And so he's going to be 13 in just a couple of weeks. And so today was the first day, and I did it like all official, like I do with my daughter. I sent him a meeting invite. I said, here's your meeting invite. It's a recurring meeting. It's going to happen every Friday from 7 to 9. And I need this time with you. And he was like, really? Really? Me? And it's such an endearing thing, right? So as a parent, I feel that sometimes, especially dads, don't realize the power of connection, the power of, working directly with your children. And so, he's homeschooled. We still socialize him. He still gets exposure at church. He has friends. We let him do the video game thing, which was fairly new in our home, but we let him do the video game thing. So he's able to, network with people. But it's still super, super important that as a parent, I get that one-on-one time with him to bond. Now, during these times, and I talked to him about it today while we went out, I said, what do you want to do with this time? We could do a men's study. We could do Wild at Heart, right? We could do something off of Right Now Media. We could just talk. We could do a Bible study. We can there's all these things that are available to us with this dedicated time where he can see through my example that I want to invest in him. And I think it's very important that that happens. When my daughter was younger, we used to do father-daughter dates all the time. I wanted to instill in her what it looks like for a male to pay attention to a female in a healthy way. And so we would do that a lot when she was younger. And, there's still time that her and I have our one-on-one moments where we carve that out. But, the father-son thing is another precious channel that I feel needs to be exploited and used and developed over time. So I was very excited about that. Super excited about that happening. Next thing, meetings. Got back with the boy, said, hey, thank you so much for your time. I've got a couple of meetings I got to dive into. And, I had a 9 o'clock, I had a 10 o'clock, I had an 11:30 meeting. I had, all these things are moving on, right? And sometimes it interferes with the Mañana no Mas morning check-in. But I got to tell you, today, I'm always new things, right? New courses, new efforts, trying to figure out what's the fingerprint that Mañana no Mas can put on something and have it be a thing. What's the thing that can do that? And so had a meeting today with somebody on a new project that I'm very excited about. And I said, I need some help. I need some power partners. That's his term. I need some power partners that can really help me take this to the next level. And he was like, dude, I really want to do this. And what's cool about it is it wasn't like, I really want to do this and I think you're crazy, but good luck anyway. It was, I really want to do this. Thanks for giving me a seat at the table. And, let's make this a success. Let's make this something that we can sell to somebody down the road for millions of dollars. When you have people that give you that kind of feedback from a project, you can't help but get excited and think, well, I'm on the right path. And so I found myself getting amped up, right? So here's what I did. Took my wife and son to the pool. It sounds crazy, right? I mean, you can see it in my eyes right there, right? It's all the chlorine. So I took my family to the pool and we went swimming and we goofed around and just took a couple of hours to chill. Because here's the deal. I get up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and I hit it. You know, I work on, I check my messaging, I check my social notifications, I go through all of my emails, I help customers with their learning and membership website decisions all over the world. So I help people a lot of the times early in the morning like that. It's people from Italy, France, Ireland, the UK, things like that. So I'm helping these people. I'm working on my own projects. I've got my own newsletters to publish. So I've got these things, right? And I've got this contract coming up at the end of the month to help with the election process. So I've got things. And sometimes you just got to cut it and you got to say, you know what, let's go have some fun. Let's chill. So we did that. And that's where I knocked out the 22 push-ups because you do 22 push-ups for 22 days for the 22 veterans that commit suicide every day. And so my sister nominated me for that. Today was day 4, right? So day 4 for me, doing the 22 push-ups and nominating people to do that themselves. And that brings us to right about now. So I wanted to reach out, Mañana Nomás morning check-in, which again has become almost a joke. And I just wanted, as I touch base with you, a lot of you are going through this COVID thing. A lot of you are going through this new remote work example. A lot of you are figuring out like this might not work out the way I thought it was going to work out. Take a look at our socioeconomic climate. I had a person on my LinkedIn put up a post, and she's a woman of color who she calls herself queer. I guess that's the word they want to use now. I don't know. But she said, you know, she's a woman of color and she's queer. And she put up this long post about all the stuff she's not going to tolerate. I'm not going to tolerate being singled out. I'm not going to tolerate this, that, and the other. I'm not going to tolerate, a boss that says, I'm not about inclusion. I'm not going to tolerate, and it goes through this whole thing. Everyone's like, right on, sister, right on, bam, 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 you do you. And I got on there and I said, I agree with everything that you just posted. In fact, as a person that's been told he's too white and too male for multiple positions he's applied for recently, I would say to you that there is no better time than now for people with a perceived minority to go and chase your dreams, go and grab the brass ring, go for it, right? I'm being positive. Oh, that's my wife. I can't get it to work. Okay. I didn't realize you're on call. We're live. We're making a YouTube live. Oh, okay. Do you want to be on? No. What do you want to do? I'm just gonna get the blower now and go. Okay. So then I put up that post, and it was kind of weird because people were like, "What do you mean?" Or one person said, "I don't think that's why he didn't get the job." And so I immediately, responded back and said, No, I'm not a person that believes in hyperbole. I've applied for lots of jobs and I didn't get lots of jobs. However, with at least 2 of the situations, I can tell you I didn't get the job because I was too white and too male, because they told me I was too white and too male, right? Like I wouldn't just post stuff to post stuff, right? So I put that in there. Well, then there was a couple of more comments after that, and those comments got deleted. So I don't know if they deleted their own or if someone moderated their own thread. I don't know what happened there. But then someone else said, what do you mean by, perceived minorities? And why are you using these superfluous terms? And I thought to myself, why are you mad at me? I didn't start this whole socioeconomic political climate. I didn't do this. If I say that woman's black, she's going to get that job, I'm no better than the people that are racist that everyone's so upset about. When I say a perceived minority, that's for the person that thinks they're in the minority group. I have tons of friends in my circle, people of color. They don't want to be referred to as minorities. They have, etched a path in this world on their own merits, their own work. They don't want to be perceived as someone that needs a handout or a hand up. They've done it. They've grabbed the brass ring and they've made it happen. I've got friends in my circles that are women that own women-owned businesses, that support women in business, that only focus on helping women, beat the man, right? It's their whole thing is, I'm a woman, hear me roar. Here's my business. It's a woman-owned business. I only help women. Right? And that's okay in our society. You can do that and get away with it, right? So, and then I also have women in my circles that are like, I don't need that crutch. Like, and they say it like that. I don't say it like that. They say it like that. They go, I don't need that crutch. I've got here on my own merits. I've overcome these obstacles on my own, and I've gotten to where I'm at, based on hard work, dedication, all these things. So if I label somebody as a minority member, that's me being racist and judgmental and classifying people, right? When I say perceived minority, that's because it's up to them. If they perceive themselves as a minority and they want to take advantage of those situations or those benefits or whatever, that's their call. So hopefully this all makes sense, right? So I found it really weird. So I responded back to the guy and I said, absolutely. Here's my definition of when I say perceived minority. If I were to classify people in minority groups or segment population based on my perception, then I'm no better than the racists that you people are trying to call out. And I haven't gotten a response back from that yet. And that's because I don't know why that's because. I can theorize why I think I didn't get a response on it. But my theory doesn't make them sound smart. And so I want to hold off. I want to see what people come back with. I know that I must be missing something. I must be missing something grand and great in whatever this political climate is right now, because I know that my brain is, I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to see things from other sides of the pond. I'm trying to understand what people are saying and doing. And I'm seeing people that I consider friends saying things that are, to me, not sane, not, not, I'm tempted to call them and go, hey, I see you posting this. Can you explain to me where this is coming from? Or could you give me some insight as to where this ideology is coming from? Like, why do you feel this way? And so, if I were to talk to someone that goes, oh, well, that guy's a racist, and it doesn't matter which party at this point, right? Because people say one guy is and people say the other guy is. And so it's like, so what makes you think that that person's a racist and that one isn't? What makes you think this person is sexist and this one isn't? Which one makes you think, and oh my goodness, the debate, I can't even go into it. All right. So heck of a week. Well, here we are. We're wrapping it up. Friday night, the weekend's going to be great. I hope that you guys have something awesome planned. I'm going mountain biking in the morning, right? I know what you're thinking. He just rode 500 miles in a month. Now he wants to go mountain biking. Yeah, I got to celebrate doing 500 road miles last month for charity. And now tomorrow is about fun and relaxation. Going out, we're going to climb about 3,000 feet mountain biking in Chino Hills State Park. I've got a couple of friends meeting me out there 8 o'clock in the morning. Really looking forward to cutting up and just having a good time, relaxing, chilling, doing that. And then I'm probably going to fire up that grill and open up some cold beer, right? That's probably what's going to happen. So big project coming. I can't give away all the details. I tend to talk too much and give away stuff. Big project coming. I think this is, every now and then you got an idea, and every now and then something, you're like, man, this could be good. And then you run it by a couple of industry professionals and they go, oh, can we be a part of that? And that's where, ding, 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 we hit something. Now, the good news is I'm a builder. I like to build things. And I have friends that are better at creating communities and audiences than I am. And so the idea that these other people want to be a part of this is really, really cool, because I'm a builder and I get to build it. And then they're going to help with the population and the community and the traffic to make it more successful. And once we start to see this thing grow and take a life of itself, I think that's where we're really going to see some opportunity. And so I'm excited. I can't wait to share it when it's ready to share. But I'm going to be busy for a while building this thing because this is a project. All right, folks. I know that I leave a lot of things like ambiguous, like I can't talk about it. It's a big project, and you're really going to love it. It sounds like a tease, but it's all I can share right now. It's cool stuff. It's going to be really cool. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Be blessed. I know I rambled on a bunch tonight. Maybe that's because I'm having my first beer already, supporting Bass Ale, and just having a good day. Have yourselves a good one. Be productive. Take the opportunities that come your way. But like I said earlier, sometimes you just got to cut it, right? Take the family to the beach, take the family to the pool, go hiking, go biking, do something. Give yourself a break and don't beat yourself up so much. All right? I know that this COVID thing is weird. I know working remote for a lot of folks is weird, but it's going to be okay. Like I tell people in church all the time, it always works out. It always works out. It might not be in our timing, it might not be the way we pictured it, but it always works out. Love y'all. Have a good one. Bye bye.